If you have employees and you've been hiring over the years, I hope you've been taking advantage of WOTC tax incentives. If not, you potentially have been leaving thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of dollars on the table every year that you've been hiring. So what's WOTC? It stands for Workers' Opportunity Tax Credit. Ultimately, it is a federal government incentive for you to hire certain people. This can include people who have a criminal background that have gone through certain reform programs. It can also include people who have been on different government assistance programs, such as food assistance, SNAP, housing assistance, Social Security, unemployment, disability. There's a whole list of people who qualify, and the incentives go as high as $9,600 per person. So this is nothing to sneeze at. Now, you might be thinking that your CPA has been dealing with this in the background, but if you don't know about WOTC tax incentives, the chances are pretty good that you are not dealing with this at all. Most small and medium-sized businesses are not taking advantage of WOTC, and most CPAs see this much more as an HR issue than they do something that's in their wheelhouse. Now, if you are taking advantage of WOTC, I'd like to show you a much better way of dealing with it. This will increase the tax incentives that you find, and it will let you know before you hire them how much they qualify for. So here's basically how it works. Let's say you have 5 applicants for one position. Each applicant is going to get a link that they can access from their phone, a home computer, or even an office computer while they're filling in their application. The very first thing they learn is that you're not going to see this information. It's going to go directly to the government. This is important because many applicants are concerned about sharing certain information that might interfere with you hiring them. You want them to be as honest as possible. Secondly, the information is put into plain language. The questions are in plain language so that they actually understand what is being asked of them, instead of doing it in government jargon terms. Thirdly, it checks their answers real time against government databases. So if they put something down that's inaccurate, it's going to come back and let them know that something doesn't look right. Now, you had 5 applicants, you had one position. Let's say you've narrowed it down to 2 applicants that you'd prefer to hire. One of them comes with a $5,000 tax incentive, and the other comes with a $3,000 tax incentive. Which one do you hire? Well, that's your choice. But the one you don't hire, you can print a certificate that they can bring to their next interview, and that employer is going to know upfront that that person qualifies for a tax incentive. It's a nice touch. This service is subscription-based. It's going to cost a whopping $19 a month for most businesses, and we charge 15% of the incentives we find. But we find much more incentives than doing it a traditional way. And you're going to know up front who qualifies and who doesn't. And the program is pretty much automated, so there's no additional cost outside of that. This is a government incentive to hire people. If you're hiring people, take advantage of it. It should be your money.